Hi everyone, this is Michael Brook from Rapid Couples Counseling, and this video is entitled, The Habits You Get Into in Your Sexual Relationship Determine Your Desire for It. Now, over a period of time, both men and women frequently will experience a decrease in desire for sex. This is particularly prominent for women over a period of time, and often sex gets pretty boring and repetitive. And if that's what's going on for you, it might be useful for you to consider the habits that you get into in your sexual relationship will determine your desire for it. Let's talk about the different habits people have in their sexual relationship that might decrease the desire for it. So let's talk about the different habits that people might have in their sexual relationship. Well, the first one is who initiates. Sometimes it's only one person initiating the sexual experiences. Sometimes the person initiating might not want to initiate sex. Sometimes they might want their partner to initiate occasionally. But if one person always initiates it, that can decrease desire for it. The next thing is foreplay. Foreplay is important, even over a long period of time, because as David Snarch once said, foreplay is the part of a sexual experience where the depth of connection and the intimacy of what's about to happen is negotiated. And it's always long enough. And so good foreplay goes for a period of time. Both people are appropriately aroused. Both people are appropriately excited. Sometimes they're a little bit teased. And when that's going on, then you tend to have a good quality depth of connection and depth of intimate experience. But if the foreplay is reduced to, hey, how about it? Well, then it's really easy to not desire that kind of foreplay. The next thing is, what time of day do you get into in terms of your habits of having sex? For most parents, it's between 8:30 and 9 o'clock at night when you're both exhausted, you both were just desperate to have sleep, you know you should be having sex, you probably both want to, but it ends up being over really, really quickly because you're both tired and exhausted. Well, that's not a good way of creating a habit of behaving between the two of you that's desirable. So the next one is how you have it. As in, do you have it really fast? Do you have it really slow? Are there any toys involved? Just exactly how you go about doing it, because the how determines the meaning of the sex you're having. And the next thing's important is who orgasms. What happens when you orgasm? If like most couples, the sex finishes when the guy orgasms, well, maybe that's not okay. Maybe the woman might want to orgasm first. Maybe it might be that you both want to have more than one. Or maybe you want to go for round two, but you're both exhausted because you start having sex at 9 o'clock at night. There are some issues around orgasm and who does it and who doesn't, and how often that happens, that determines the desire for sex. Next thing is how long it goes for. The global average for sex is 5 minutes and 36 seconds in terms of penis and vagina intercourse. Well, for many women, when polled, they desire that to be a fair bit longer. A lot of women say, when asked how long they prefer to have sex for, that's 20 to 25 minutes. But if you're only initiating sex at 9 o'clock at night when you're both exhausted, 20 to 25 minutes seems like taking 20 to 25 minutes out of sleep. And that, for some people, that's not a good equation. So it's really important to ask the question, how long you're having sex, and if you want to have better sex, you need to make time for it. The final one is where you're having it. Is it always in the bedroom? Is it anywhere else in the house? Now, if you've got kids, it might not be appropriate to have sex other places because you might get discovered. But regardless of what's going on, you need to think about the question of where. And so if you only do it in the same place at the same time, with the same minimum foreplay, with the same person who initiates, the same time of day, the same sequence of stuff, if everything's always the same, it's really easy to not desire more helpings of bad sex. So if you're having a challenging sexual relationship, it's useful for you to consider what are the habits that we've got into around our sexual relationship, and how do you change those habits, and changing those habits to find a way that you can both achieve more and better satisfaction in your relationship. So that's going on for you. Well, it might be an idea to have a conversation with your partner saying, hey, let's talk about the habits we get into. What works for you? What doesn't work for you? What would you like to do different? Let's try out different things so that we can do things differently and potentially have greater satisfaction in sexual engagement and therefore greater desire for it. I hope this has helped. If you're having a challenge with your sexual engagement, please feel free to give me a call on 04. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe to the channel. There's a booking link in the description if you want to book in a session with me. I look forward to making more quality content for you shortly. Thanks very much for your time. Bye.